Hey guys, we are looking at the notes section of lesson 5.2 on ratio tables. I wrote down a few notes that would be good things to know. Equivalent ratios describe basically the same relationship between two numbers, two quantities. They're exactly like equivalent fractions. If you look down below in green, 5 to 2, and notice I used the colon this time, is the same as 10 to 4. Essentially I'm multiplying 5 and 2 both by 2 to create 10 to 4. Exact same thing, I wrote it a little different using the word 2 here. So 3 to 7 is the exact same as 15 to 35 because I'm multiplying 3 and 7 both by 5. I can do division and I can do multiplication to find those very easily. Okay? There are a number of different ways we can find equivalent ratios. One of the ways is we can add or subtract. So I have an example of pens and pencils. If I have one pen, I would have 3 pencils. So my ratio of pens to pencils is 1 to 3. If I increase that to 2 pens, then I would have a ratio of 2 to 6. And then once again, if I increase that to 3 pens, I would have 9 pencils. Now if you notice at the top row in red, I've written +1 +1 because I'm adding 1 every time on the bottom row. And on the top row. On the bottom row, then I'm adding 3 pencils each time. And notice I filled in the 2 missing amounts for you. So that would be using addition to solve a ratio table. I'm going to go around and scroll down here. And I know everybody loves it when I go around and scroll down. I've been told that if I get a remote mouse I can scroll down from anywhere, so I'm going to try that on the next lesson. Alright, so we have dogs and cats. This time we're using multiplication. Notice I didn't just multiply by 2 each time on the top and bottom. I actually started by multiplying by 2. So if I have 4 dogs and I multiply those dogs by 2, I get 8 dogs. So I have to do the same thing to the cat. So I had 6 cats, multiply by 2, I have 12. Then instead of just multiplying by 2 again, I want to know if I multiplied by 3 what the ratio would be. So I would go from 8 up to 24 cats, and that's in blue. And I would, or excuse me, dogs, sorry. Slipping up today, Mr. Mac. For cats, if I had 12 and I multiplied by 3, I would have 36. Okay? Notice that my ratio this time, 4 to 6. 4 times 1.5 is 6. 8 times 1.5 is 12. 24 times 1.5 is 36. So I have a relationship going across the table as well as going from dogs down to cats. Okay? The last example, I'm going to scroll up just a little bit here. Oh no, I have a phone call. Hold on. Take some notes. This is Mr. Mac. Yeah, I'll be up in 2 minutes. Thank you. I'm so popular, people are coming to see me after school even. Alright, hopefully you had some time to take some notes while I was goofing off there. This one's a little more complicated. If I look at crackers, we all love crackers. Crackers have a lot of salt, so the sodium is measured in milligrams. Notice that if I start with 240 milligrams of salt, sodium, I'm going to have a total of 36 crackers. I want to know, that's too much sodium, so I want to divide that by 2. I want to have half the sodium. So then I'm only going to be able to eat 18 crackers. My wife's telling me I need to get on that diet I've been talking about, so I'm going to decrease that way down to just 3 crackers. And then I'm only having 20 milligrams of sodium, which isn't so good for my system. Yeah, but I'm Mr. Mac and I can't just eat 3. How about we compromise and I have 15 crackers? Then I'm going to have 100 milligrams of sodium. Go ahead and copy those down, guys. We will get to this tomorrow. We'll look at some more examples. We'll do some work in class. Have a great night, and I will see you mañana.